What if the heart of our solar system simply vanished? What if, in the blink of an eye, the blazing furnace that has fueled every sunrise, every breath, every heartbeat since the dawn of life was replaced with something far darker? Not a star, not a planet, but a black hole. A cosmic abyss where light itself is trapped. It sounds like the end of everything, and it would be. But maybe not in the way you think. Because here's the shocking truth. If we replace the sun with a black hole of equal mass, Earth wouldn't be flung into space, it wouldn't even drift away. The planet would continue orbiting as if nothing happened, day after day, year after year, except there would be no day, no light, no warmth, just endless night. This is the terrifying paradox of black holes. They are both familiar, alien, predictable in their gravity, but catastrophic in their consequences. To imagine a black hole as our sun is to ask, could we survive a sky without light? Could life adapt to eternal darkness? And if not, what happens to Earth as it freezes, starves, and falls silent under the cold pull of a cosmic void? This is the story of what happens when we swap the sun for the most dangerous object in the universe. A thought experiment that challenges not just our science, but our imagination. Welcome back to Beyond Space, where we explore the universe one mind-blowing idea at a time. To understand this scenario, we need to start with something counterintuitive: gravity. Black holes have a reputation as cosmic monsters that suck everything into their depths. And in a sense, that's true, if you wander too close. But at a distance, a black hole's gravity is no different from any other object of the same mass. Replace the sun with a black hole weighing 1 solar mass, and Earth would keep circling at the same 150 million kilometers away. Same orbit, same year length. Gravity doesn't care whether it comes from a blazing star or a silent void. But here's the catch. Gravity isn't what keeps us alive. It's light, heat, the energy pouring from the sun every second, 3.8 times 10 to the 26 watts. Without that, Earth becomes a frozen marble in space. So let's put that in human terms. If the sun disappeared tonight and was swapped with a black hole of the same mass, the very first thing you'd notice is nothing. For 8 minutes, sunlight would continue streaming toward Earth. For 8 glorious minutes, the sky would glow as usual. But then, like a switch being flipped, everything would go dark. Not twilight, not sunset, darkness. A night that would never end. The moon would vanish into invisibility. Stars would burn against the black canvas, yes, but the familiar rhythm of day and night would be gone. A perpetual midnight, and with it, warmth. Within a week, Earth's average surface temperature would plunge below freezing. Within a year, it would be minus 73 degrees Celsius, minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The oceans would crust over with ice, trapping the remaining warmth beneath. Plants would die first, then the animals that depend on them, then us. The only survivors would cling to volcanic vents, geothermal hotspots, or deep under the seas where heat from Earth's core could sustain microbial life. A planet that once teemed with forests and oceans would become a graveyard of ice. And yet, Earth wouldn't drift away. We'd still be orbiting something invisible, something terrifying, a hole in the universe where our sun used to be. The sun isn't just a light bulb in the sky, it's the engine of everything. The entire biosphere, the food chain, the climate, the chemistry of the atmosphere depends on it. Take photosynthesis. Plants and algae convert sunlight into energy, feeding everything up the chain. Without the sun, photosynthesis stops in hours. Within weeks, oxygen production drops. Within months, ecosystems unravel. Weather, gone. Wind, rain, storms. These are all powered by uneven heating of the atmosphere by sunlight. Without it, the air goes still, clouds vanish, the sky turns clear and black. But perhaps the strangest part is psychological. Humans evolved under a 24-hour rhythm of light and dark. Without the sun, without circadian cycles, our minds collapse. Permanent night is more than just inconvenient, it's madness. And yet, a black hole sun is not just a dead sun, it's worse. Because black holes are not passive, they bend reality itself. Imagine looking toward the center of the solar system. You wouldn't see a glowing orb, you'd see distortion, stars smeared into rings of light around a perfect circle of nothing. An Einstein ring, a gravitational mirage created by the warping of space-time itself. It would be beautiful, haunting, the most alien sight in human history. But beauty wouldn't save us, because unlike stars, black holes don't radiate warmth, they radiate nothing. Their silence is total. The only thing a black hole gives us is gravity, and gravity alone cannot sustain a world. So the question becomes, if a black hole sun kills us, what if we tried something different? If the sun is gone, could we light Earth another way? Could humanity cheat the universe? The first idea is artificial suns, giant orbital mirrors, satellites that redirect distant starlight, or even Dyson spheres, vast megastructures designed to capture and redirect energy. But the math is brutal. The sun's output is unimaginable, 400 trillion watts. To replace it, we'd need an artificial energy source beyond anything our civilization can dream of, a literal star-forged machine. What about fusion? If we mastered nuclear fusion, the process that powers the sun itself, could we build smaller artificial suns? Maybe, but the scale is monstrous. Even a fusion reactor 1,000,000 times larger than any human-built machine would barely scratch the surface. So maybe we look outward. Could we migrate to another star, Alpha Centauri, 4 light-years away, or Proxima Centauri with its possibly habitable world? But as we've seen with interstellar distances, the trip is nearly impossible. Our rockets are far too slow. By the time we reached another star, Earth would be long frozen. Then there are speculative solutions, harvesting energy from the black hole itself. Yes, even black holes can be tapped for power. The Penrose process suggests we could extract energy by throwing matter into the ergosphere of a rotating black hole, siphoning off some of its angular momentum. In theory, a black hole could power civilizations far beyond ours. And then there's Hawking radiation. Over unimaginable timescales, black holes slowly evaporate, releasing faint streams of energy. It's not much, but in the distant future, advanced civilizations might farm this radiation as fuel. But none of this saves us now. Earth, suddenly cut off from sunlight, would be doomed within years. Life might cling on beneath the ice, but civilization would not. The conclusion is as chilling as the black hole itself. Without the sun, Earth is uninhabitable. Period. Here's the paradox. Replacing the sun with a black hole doesn't fling Earth into chaos through gravity. It's not the pull that kills us, it's the silence, the absence of light, the absence of energy. We are creatures of a star. Our entire existence, from our breath to our technology, is written in the language of sunlight. Take that away, and we are nothing. And yet, there's a strange comfort here, because it reminds us just how fragile and how precious our sun really is. We orbit a star that burns with just the right temperature for just the right amount of time, in just the right place. Long enough for life to rise, long enough for minds to wonder, long enough for us to ask questions like this one. If the sun were a black hole, Earth would be a tomb, but it isn't. It's alive, burning, brilliant, and maybe that's the greatest miracle of all. Because in imagining a sky without the sun, we learn to cherish the sky we already have. So if this journey began with a terrifying thought experiment, it ends with something far simpler and far more human. Gratitude. Gratitude for warmth, gratitude for light, gratitude for a sun that still rises every day against the cold dark of space. And the next time you look up, ask yourself, what other impossible questions lie waiting in the cosmos? Because this story doesn't end here. If you love exploring the universe, don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing space content.